Welcome to the Fatherhood Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Pluff. Each week, we will cover various topics that dads struggle with in their fitness journey. I'll give you actionable steps that you can apply right away, not only to take back control of your own health, but so you're able to be a better example for your kids too. All right, so something that I think is very important to remember when you're trying to lose weight is that slow progress is still progress. Now, when you if you follow a bunch of trainers on Instagram, or maybe you follow some people on YouTube or things like that, they usually post their best clients' success. I'm guilty of this as well, and I've tried not to just show like before and after pictures or beginning and ending weights. I've been trying to show like the day to day things, like the small wins that, hey, I ate slowly today and I didn't finish my dinner, and then I I didn't have those cravings at night because I listened to my body cues. Now that's not going to sell a lot of programs, right? That's not going to get a bunch of likes and clicks on Facebook or Instagram, but those are the real wins, and those are the progress that's important that lead to the bigger victories down the line. Now, I had a client. I had a client who lost a ton of weight, and they didn't track their food. They didn't track their food, and they didn't always work out, but they had a lot of success. And if you just looked at the numbers, you'd be like, oh my gosh, like what were they doing? But sometimes people are going to have more success, and it's not really it's in spite of what they're doing, if that makes sense. And I had a client tell me one time that they got frustrated or discouraged because they saw some of my other clients progress that I posted. And so we kind of got to talking a little bit, and they had lost an average of 1 pound per week. Now, one of the clients he was comparing himself to is they had lost, I believe, not, I'm trying to do this all by memory here, but I think it was 9 pounds, 9 pounds in about the first month. And so that's a little over 2 pounds a week. And so they were comparing their own progress. They were following the program, they were getting their workouts in, they were tracking their food, things like that, but they had only lost 1 pound per week. And so we kind of had to put this in perspective, that the client they were comparing themselves to had a lot more weight to lose. And so you typically, when you have a lot more weight to lose, you're going to be able to lose weight quicker. And the client I was talking to, he was averaging 1 pound per week, and we kind of had to zoom out a little bit and put it in perspective. And I kind of asked myself, 1 pound per week, okay? We've been working together for a few weeks now, so we've lost about 3-4 pounds here. Now let's say we zoom out a little bit, go down the road, and we look at where we'd be in 6 months. So we kind of figured out the math a little bit, but we'll say 26 weeks here, 26 weeks. He was like, okay, 26 pounds, 25, 26 pounds. Like, awesome. Now in a year, that would be 52 pounds. 52 pounds he would have lost if he would have kept that same rate up. And he did not feel like he was making progress, but 1 pound per week is 52 pounds in a year. You could change your life in 1 year if you could lose 1 pound, 1 pound per week. And it doesn't sound much, but slow progress is still progress. Where would you be right now if you lost 1 pound every single week? Not for maybe just the next year, but what about 2 years? You'd be 100 pounds down. You may not even need to lose 100 pounds. So now you can increase your calories. You can go to your maintenance. You can maybe focus on building muscle. You can take a diet break, which is very important. And we're going to talk about that in a future episode. But slow progress is still progress. And you can't compare yourself to other people because you're not on the same levels. You're not playing the same game. You're not even necessarily playing the same sport. This is you. The only progress that matters is your progress. And yes, it can be discouraging looking at other people, but it can be encouraging as well, because they are not you. They are not you. They are making success, and they are having their own struggles as well. We're all going through this. Even myself, I'm a trainer. I still struggle with these things too. I compare myself to people every single day. But slow progress is still progress. Just because you're not having as much success right away doesn't mean you're not going to be able to get to where you want to go. That concludes this episode of the Fatherhood Fitness Podcast. Thank you for those of you who took time out of your busy schedules to listen. If you have any questions or comments or an idea for a topic for a future episode, please feel free to reach out, and I'd love to hear from you.